The spirit, it showed me something.
Kill it.
Something forbidden.
I'm getting goosebumps here.
And to defend all I loved, I used it.
That's me. 1 week from now.
If you're a guard, you would not stand this close to like an open cage like this. This is like, or to like have some bad shit to you. Like this is so. I don't know. I can't suspend my disbelief.
Cost.
Right? Like, come on, think about it.
God, they're just gonna poke him in the ass.
I will.
Whoa.
Are we gonna be able to easily drop meters in PoE2? Holy! Wait, Rogue Exiles, guys. That's literally what I'm farming right now, guys. What are the chances that in PoE1 right now, that's literally what I'm farming? Wildwood Wisps with Rogue Exiles. Like this is crazy. It's a sign. I'm gonna farm Rogue Exiles Wisps in PoE2. Wait, hold on.
100 new support gems, 10 new uniques, 100 new uniques, new ascension classes, new endgame. Okay.
Oh, Calandro's there. Oh, Calandro's there.
Okay. Oh, that was Lake of Calandra. I did Lake of Calandra.
All spear throws on the Huntress can also be empowered by frenzy charges. For example, explosive spears will do an even larger explosion and leave fire on the ground.
True.
And these empowered versions can activate even more combos. Using Whirling Slash over ground fire will suck it into the whirlwind, adding fire to the explosion. Using Twisters inside a fire whirlwind will shit out fire to well.
Did he say shell?
And you can do similar combos with ice and lightning too. There are 22 new skills available for the Huntress.
No?
By endgame, you'll be slinging hundreds of insanely powerful spears, sending forth spirit animals and summoning the might of Solaris from the sky.
I wonder
But we
how much
still
damage
haven't
that
talked
shit
about
does.
ascendancy classes yet. What can the Huntress ascend into? Well, the first ascension class you could choose is the Ritualist.
Okay.
The Ritualist also excels in taking
Seriously,
advantage of
really?
magical trinkets. The
one
Unfurled
ring
Finger
slot.
skill allows you to equip an additional ring on a finger around your neck.
Around your neck.
Taking Mystic Attunement finger around your neck.
They have like the ascendancy stuff.
Taking
I actually really
Mystic
like
Attunement increases the
itemized
bonuses of all the rings and
ascendancy
amulets
stuff
you
like
have
this.
equipped.
I think it's pretty cool.
Now this is one of my... The Ritualist also excels in taking advantage of magical trinkets. The Unfurled Finger skill allows you to equip an additional ring on a finger around your neck.
Huh?
Taking Mystic Attunement increases the bonuses of all the rings and amulets you have equipped. The Unfurled Finger skill allows you to equip an
Dude, they
additional
better be getting
ring
ring
on
of
a
the
finger
belt,
around your
man.
neck.
That's absurd.
Taking
That's actually
Mystic
insane.
Attunement increases the bonuses of all the rings and amulets you have equipped.
That's
One of my
crazy,
favorites.
dude. That's
As
so
the
crazy.
Whisper's
There's no
Ask
way you can
grants
have
a new
that.
skill. Using the Against the Anvil notable skill, you can enhance your weapon with fiery destruction before any battle. After doing so, your attacks will release explosions on hit for maximum
Good for
devastation.
Elon, dude.
So your body armor must be normal. Sounds like a downside, right?
So basically, this is free. So you basically get 2 of these instead of like 1, 2. You go like 1, 2. But like losing your body armor to then get 2 things like this, 100 stun threshold. What?
Own body armor by taking those
Are
disconnected
they
notables with
nerfing
your
gear
points.
too?
If you want your body armor to grant life, take this notable. If you want resistances, take this one. There's so many
What?
choices. Think of it like you're crafting your own body armor, just in a more literal sense.
It's just worse more, what?
Now, let's move on to those who
Why would
prefer the
anyone do that?
reassuring feel of a crossbow in their hands, the mercenary. Alongside the existing ascension classes, the
5%
Gemling
region,
Legionnaire and the Witch Hunter,
15%.
you
It's
can now
literally
play as
just
the
worse in every
Tactician.
way than Morior.
The Tactician is a former Blackguard elite.
Okay. Who's on that?
Leather bindings. Body armor grants regenerate 5% of life per second. Is that the wrong voice for PoE stuff?
It's a little bit too hardcore, bro. We need to get through these, okay?
Okay.
If you want your body armor to grant life, take this notable. If you want resistances, take this one. There's so many choices. Think of it like you're
How many
crafting
do you
your own
get?
body armor, just in a more literal sense. Now, let's move
That's
on to
kinda
those
cool.
who prefer the reassuring feel of a crossbow in their hands, the mercenary. There's all projectiles to pin enemies.
Pretty good.
When combined with the right where we want them notable, your pin not only stops your enemies from moving, but stops them from performing
That's pretty
actions
good. That's
too.
pretty good.
Similar to freeze. Pressing fire.
This is like pretty
Of course,
cool, but
the
I'm
projectiles
not
to pin enemies.
gonna play like an
When combined
archer
with the right where we
zoomer
want them
thingy.
notable, your pin not only stops your enemies from moving, but stops.
Nah. Nah. Here we go.
The Lich is a master of chaos and curses and could sacrifice her life to enhance her energy shield. The crystalline phylactery skill allows you to nominate a jewel in which to contain part of your soul, massively increasing its power. There's just one downside to splitting your soul this way though. If you have no energy shield, your mana costs will shoot up.
Huh.
The necromantic conduit skill causes you and allies in your presence to have unholy
That's
might,
very cool.
granting extra damage as chaos damage. Rupture the Soul makes enemies you curse explode with chaos damage.
Alright, the cultist is here. That
Dominion
explode
over
looks
Flesh
tiny.
allows you to apply an additional curse. So
Alright.
Dawn of the Hunt has the Huntress and 5 new Ascension classes, but it doesn't end there. Let's take a look at some of the new skills we've added.
Look at the specters they have. Those like really broken chaos flower garbage. Of course those are the specters. I think he's got 6 of them, which is pretty absurd.
Now you may remember we previously talked about the Raise Spectre skill. It's finally complete, and it will be made available in the upcoming expansion. It can be found in the occult skills on the skill
This
gem
is a
crafting
mistake.
panel.
This is a huge mistake. Dude,
Raise
DD's gonna be
Spectre is a
broken.
skill that allows you to trip out the Raise Spectre skill. It's finally complete, and it will be made available in the upcoming expansion. It can be found in the occult skills on the skill gem crafting panel. The skill. It's finally complete, and it will be made available in the upcoming expansion.
Go, thanks, Zaki.
It can be found in the occult skills on the skill gem crafting. Raise
That's
Spectre
cool for
is
them.
a skill that allows you to trap the soul of almost any monster in the game,
Oh, hey, it has UI now.
which you can
Oh,
then
that's
summon
cool.
in the skill panel. But the spirit
nice.
cost varies based on the power of the monster. You could summon an army of weaker monsters, or a few of the more powerful monsters.
Jesus. Isn't that the complete and sole discretion of the balancing team to decide what is a weak and what is a strong monster? And there's going to be a handful of strong monsters that are like 30 spirit because they overlook some interaction with some unique item. Man, I fucking hate minion players. They're always doing some shit like this. They're just like, oh, okay, yeah, we found the most OP. We found syndicate operatives in PoE2, and they cost 19 spirit each. And they've always got like 1 or 2 like insanely broken things that they then just get abused for like a year and a half.
You can combine them with your existing skeleton minions, or summon exclusively specters.
I'm just saying,
It's all up to
I'm
you and how you want to
pre-firing
customize your army of
the
undead.
minions broken yet again.
I'm pretty much playing minions, by the way. Like, there was a lot of ways to play summoner with, like, let's get real, 2 summoning skills that didn't suck ass. So now we have specters, which is like most of the monsters in the game. Like, the options should actually be pretty crazy.
Let's
You got
look
like
at
a
some
number of
examples.
uniques, but yeah,
Embrace your
mostly
inner
I'd want
devil
to
with
see the
Shroud's
reworks.
Pillar. It's granting you all 3 elemental herald skills without costing any spirit. At the same time, it penalizes enemy resistances.
What?
Waste. The Coming Calamity allows you to become a true master of the elements, granting you all 3 elemental herald skills
And
without
heralds are
costing
probably
any
nerfed.
spirit.
What's the downside here? Enemies in your presence have no Ellie res. Does this tells me that they're gonna nerf the shit out of every herald? Cause listen, guys, they don't just make items like these. All right, they don't just say, hey, by the way, you have an item that is it's just all the stats. You can't use temporalis. Yeah, but let's be honest, you're not using temporalis early on. But if you found this in like, I don't know, like it's item level 84, so it's probably some sort of like turbo endgame, like drops from Arbiter 4.
Gate is a belt useful for builds using a single resource like Blood Magic or Archmage builds. Lucky, you may even find Sacred Wisps that can do some pretty crazy things to the monsters they influence. If you're able to defeat this foe, you will be rewarded. For each monster that was infused and killed along the way, the rewards will be increased. Each wisp has its own mechanics. The Wisp of the Winter Owl is a primal wisp that causes enemies to deal extra
Wait, that
cold
was
damage,
crazy.
gain
That was
energy
some
shield,
insane
and
goon
lose wind
behavior,
forces on
man.
death. When
Yo,
infusing a
gooning
monster,
gear
it will
games,
cause out large
please.
tornadoes to protect
There's
their
no
host.
way. There's
The
no
Wisp of the
way.
Wild Cat is periodically summoned.
Actually, it looks like it's exactly like the Tormented Spirits in PoE1. I didn't notice this. And it actually buffed the monsters beside the rare also. Which means that the corpse explode stuff is crazy. Because if they're juicing the side monsters too, you can probably just blow up their corpses to kill the main one.
Area darkens, a storm moves in, and a concentration of energy summons a dangerous boss. You must fight and defeat the boss to get its rewards. And another.
Okay, alright.
You have 10 total waves of boss fights which get incrementally more difficult.
Okay, I can wait. If
you manage to defeat
10
them,
seconds per
you
boss.
get full boss rewards, but also opportunities to get new runes.
Very
These
cool.
can only be obtained from this map. The with fractured mirror-like objects.
Oh no.
As you move around the map, the
Not the
terrain
lake,
itself
bros.
elevates from below,
It's
creating
so
the
over.
ground. In this unique map, all the rare monsters are mirrored, so you're always fighting two of the same rare at the same time, which can prove quite difficult. If you manage to overcome that challenge and make it to the end of the map, you'll be presented with a broken mirror, a powerful altar-like object that contains an item within it.
Wow.
The item contained within is a new base type, either an amulet or a ring, that can be crafted to have additional prefixes or suffixes at the cost of the other. The last unique map we'll show today is one based around the essence mechanic, and you will find a powerful map boss
How rare are these
imprisoned in the
maps gonna
center.
be?
It is surrounded by many rare monsters, also imprisoned in essences. How many essences will you add to the boss?
Oh, that sounds
Overdo
rippy
it,
as fuck.
and you might lose everything. Underdo it, and you might regret it. It's your choice.
Shit.
You might lose everything. Underdo it, and you
These
might
are gonna be
regret it.
not common.
It's your choice.
Like, there's no way.
What if they're already greater essences? Well, it can upgrade those too. We have
Corrupted
4
essences
new
are bad.
corrupted essences.
New.
Essence of
Never
hysteria,
before seen.
delirium,
Never heard of
horror,
those.
and insanity.
Brand new.
We have 4 new corrupted essences.
What is it?
Essence of hysteria, delirium, horror, and insanity.
Very cool.
They got rogue
Powerful,
exiles,
unique items.
and see the rogue exiles literally have certain uniques equipped, and they basically said they're juicing the hell out of the rogue exiles, and if you die, they're doing like the portals again, so if you die, you don't lose your map, but if you die to a rogue exile, it TPs out of your map, so you do only have one chance against the rogue exiles. I think the rogue exile is probably overall the coolest mechanic that they're doing for this patch, but yeah, so they got that. They get unique strong boxes, corruption stuff.
So if you encounter an exile,
that is just thematically and like design wise is one of the best things I've heard from grinding your games. Like if you see a guy wearing a combs, or you see a guy wearing like a shavs, or you see a guy wearing a headhunter, you know you'll get it, right? Like that's kind of cool actually.
Of course, if you are able to slay these exiles, those items will all drop on the ground.
What?
So if you encounter an exile using a powerful or valuable
So cool.
which you can see displayed under their life bar, you want to be damn sure you kill them. Because if they kill you and your party, they'll portal out, taking their items with them.
Oh my god, what's it took your
Every
items?
fight will feel completely different depending on the items they come equipped with.
They should take your
These
items
exiles are
instead.
much smarter than your regular monster. Double. Allowing a single tablet to now add 4 times as many mechanics as before. So, we're running far fewer towers, dealing with fewer tablets, and affecting
It doesn't
even more
solve
maps
the
than
problem.
before. But because there are fewer towers overlapping with each other, you won't get as many opportunities to stack different tablets. In order to solve this, we've made it so that each tower can consume up to 3 tablets at once.
That is better. That part is
You
better.
always get 1 slot on completing the tower, but if you can
That
complete
part
a
is
tower
better
with
for
more
sure.
mods on
That
the
part is a lot
waystone,
better.
you can unlock a 2nd or 3rd slot. However, in practice, the quest objective just sent you on a grind to clear 15 maps. Once you reach the Nexus, you'll have a new task: cleanse the source of corruption. When you defeat the last rare in those maps, they will spawn one of 3 terrifying bosses.
You know, I really hate
Amalgamations of
that they've
corruption
traditionally
itself.
been so unrewarding.
After defeating that boss, Doriani will come and cleanse the corruption for good. As the remains of the boss are purged of corruption, it coalesces into raw crystallized power, which you can use to gain points for your Atlas passive skill tree. We didn't stop there though. When you complete a corrupted nexus, all of the remaining surrounding corrupted maps will become cleansed maps. Cleansed maps also have new monsters and their own set of modifiers and rewards,
I like
including
Slick.
finding fracturing orbs by slaying cleansed enemies.
What the fuck? What did you just say?
These orbs can be used in crafting on a rare item to cause one of its modifiers to become fractured. Fractured modifier is one that can be modified by any means.
Fracturing orbs.
No! Oh!
Realize that the people who couldn't sustain Waystones were dying a lot. A lot more than we had expected. And that made us realize something. During the campaign, the expectation is that you can die multiple times in order to learn how to overcome challenges. We're able to learn how the monsters behave, adapt to their skills, and eventually overcome them.
Make it harder.
But as soon as you get to the end
Make it
game,
harder.
you're effectively no longer allowed
Make
to
it
die.
harder.
if
Make
you
it
want to
harder.
sustain
Make it harder.
Waystones. By the time you are getting towards the end of endgame, we want you to have to be careful not to die. But it certainly shouldn't be that we have such a sudden shift as you run your first maps. The first change we're making is you can now respawn and return to a map if you die.
Wait, you know what's funny though? Like that, when he says it out loud, you're like, you hear it and you're like, it's kind of funny, but it makes sense, right? Like if you die and you have no portals, you can't collect any of the waystones that would have dropped, right? You're like, oh yeah, that's true. But like then you didn't even, I didn't even think about that, right? I didn't even, because that was a complaint from some people. I was like, you didn't even think about it. I was just like, oh shit.
Recombination. Expedition was the only in-game mechanic that was lacking a crafting system, so that needed to change. Recombination is a mechanic that might be familiar to some players. It allows you to merge two items together, hoping to get the best elements of each on a single new item. The first change we're making is you can now respawn and return to a map if you die. Continue from where you left off. When you start the endgame, you get up to 6 total attempts per map. As you add more modifiers to a waystone, the number of respawns goes down. This means that as you get to the point that you're running every waystone as a rare, you will have to be more careful.
Okay.
In
Wait, that's a
parties,
huge W.
Everyone gets to respawn.
That's a
that
huge
number
W.
of
That's a huge
times.
W. If you're a noob, you're a noob, and if you're good, you're good. You pick and choose
But
basically
we still
how hard
think
you
it's
want
important
to
that you can kill a boss in one go. There is one
Game
more
looks
thing we
sick,
wanted to
dude.
clarify before we move on, which is that all the content we've talked about today will be made available in the existing early access leagues, so you can play your existing characters. However, there will be new leagues made for those who wish to start in a fresh economy.
Let's go. Okay.
It is
Thank God.
recommended to
Thank
start
God.
over
Thank
and
God.
get
Let's
the full
go.
new experience in the dawn of the
Actual
hunt.
leagues. Actual leagues. Let's go.
Hey, you guys better not be spamming that garbage. All right, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. What the